Kenneth is my name. I grew up in Inglewood, south side Inglewood. When I was a kid, I really lived with my sister since I was about 5 or 6 years old. I used to steal a lot when I was little. The first time I got in trouble with the law in Inglewood, it was for some drugs. Weed, that was something regular, I ain't gonna lie. My sister, she had to vacate guardianship with me. As I was in the juvenile detention, that's when I got in touch with LCFS. LCFS protected me in many ways, but the main way is because they kept me with a place to stay. I had somewhere to go because of LCFS. I say my best foster home placement was Mama T. Mama T have talks with you on a regular. The good thing about that, like, I learned some stuff from them talks with Mama T. 9 times out of 10, when she started talking to me, when I did something, she started crying. And then that stuff like that gonna make me start listening, you know. When somebody start crying, I start crying too. I start tearing up. I be like, all right, come on, Mama T. I get to looking like, and then I get the whole listening to it, like, and she said, saying some wise things. Because Mama T, she was a retired police officer too, so you know she was on drill sergeant mode. I was 15, 16 when I first started doing recording and stuff. Like, it was a little cheap studio in the hood that this guy had, and I just go there every day and make practice songs. And I started getting compliments.
When you see me up top, I bet my people ain't gonna hurt no more.
The LCFS and regeneration program supported me as an artist. They let me know that it sounds like I actually can go somewhere, you know, and that they actually believe in me. An LCFS advocate is someone you can call and they'll help you like as fast as they can. LCFS has helped build my future because they made sure that I stayed in school somehow, or like stayed in something connected to school, like I stayed in the GED program or something that keep working towards the future. In my life, I am most proud of mainly myself, really. I'm proud of myself because I came a very long way. It means a lot to know that all I have to do is pick up the phone and call, because there's a lot of people out here that can't do that.
We knew before we even got married that we wanted to grow our family in an unconventional way. That's when we decided to go down the foster care route and put it in God's hands. Lutheran Child and Family Services just felt right. LCFS was fantastic about helping us. I can't say enough about our caseworker. I don't even know if it would have gone the same way that it did without Sue. She was so easy to get a hold of and was very much so on top of the case, helping us. Lutheran Child and Family Services got us registered into the Pride classes.
There wasn't a question that I couldn't ask that they wouldn't answer. The last day of Pride was Saturday. Sunday morning, we get out of church, and then we get the call, hey, we got 2 kids for you.
I did a lot with the birth mom early on, and actually we were told at the first visit that these boys would be home in 12 months or less. They were in the NICU for 6 weeks, so that in itself, for any child, some trauma comes. And I know that they were in multiple homes before they even got to ours.
When they came out, they were sick, they were premature, and then we get them when they get out of the hospital.
The journey began. They were in early intervention, they needed feeding therapy, milk allergies, tubes, they had adenoids removed, tonsils removed, a sugar intolerance. Their reflux was so bad, and I don't know if it was from all the allergies that we had to uncover. They were both diagnosed on the autism spectrum. And maybe it's a mom thing, but I do feel like we can overcome when you take the call for what you're supposed to do. You're kind of just given these gifts to do it. They're fighters, those boys are. 1, 2, 3. Our biological kids, from the very beginning, Brenna's been motherly. They were like her babies. And Colton's like the typical little brother waiting for them to get old enough to wrestle with.
Lutheran Child and Family Services was very honest, right, and very upfront.
When I think of the role of LCFS in strengthening families, I think about all the effort that was put in to make our family the best that it could be. There's probably more room in your heart than you're even aware of. I was certain that I only had enough room for one more kid, but we had plenty of room for two, and I probably have room for 22. If you look deep enough, you'll see lots of room.
Well, my childhood was very emotional. It's like an emotional roller coaster. I felt like my mom didn't know how to love herself because she would be with multiple men, them come in and out. I didn't have any privacy. I had to learn everything on my own. She didn't show me the love that a child should have, like a hug. I never got a hug from my mom. I love my mama with all my heart, no matter how wrong she was. At the age of 11, I was burned with sulfuric acid. This is something that changed my life forever. I was burned 75% of my body. A boy, he was 14, I was 11 at the time, and he liked me. I liked him. And we would sit on the back porch. My mother happened to come downstairs and saw that. She told him to stay away from me, and I guess he got mad. Everything just happened so fast. Next thing I know, I felt hot liquid coming from above, like just splashed. I looked, my skin's breaking out. The ambulance came and got me, put me on a stretcher. We sued the building and we won the case. My mom would spend the money that was supposed to be on me on herself. My mom wasn't home for weeks, leaving the house with no food, nothing. LCFS helped me by taking me out of a bad place that I should have been gone a long time ago. That's when my aunt actually stepped into my life. LCFS helped my aunt become my permanent guardian. I love her with all my heart, and I am so grateful that she has took me in permanently. LCFS helped me get into therapy. The therapy helped me with coping skills, breathing. I love the meditating. Poetry is my happy place. When I write poetry, it makes me feel that anything and everything is okay. LCFS gave me the ability to build my future by giving me my life back. I am currently pursuing my dream in journalism and writing an autobiography. I really want to take the time to travel and to breathe other than Chicago air. I want other people to hear my story. Room in your heart, to me, means throughout all the bad things that you've been through and the heartache, you feel like there's no hope, but there's some room, because a heart is big. The heart itself is big. There's always room.